Okay, so my lighting's not the best here, but I am going to do this long-awaited hair wash video. I have been needing to wash this wig for a super long time, so we're gonna do it together. This is probably one of my most frequently asked questions, is how to care for the wigs, how to wash them. So what you're gonna need is the wig, a brush. You wanna make sure it's brushed out before you wash it. You're gonna need a shampoo and conditioner, and today I'm going to use the Nourish Line by Wigs by Tiffany. So here's the shampoo, here's the conditioner, and then I am going to wash my wigs in the sink. You can wash it in the shower, in like a bucket, but I like to use the sink. One thing to know though is make sure your sink is clean before you use it to wash the wigs, because you don't want anything that's in the sink that is dirty to get on the wig, because we're trying to clean our wigs out, or clean our wigs, you know? So I'm gonna go ahead and fill up the sink and get started. So we are going to use the dunking method, where we take the wig and we dunk it in and out of the water and really squeeze out the water from it, and you will see the water start to turn a little bit darker color. The way that I hold the wig, you can see this is the lace top here. I hold it, this one has a fringe, so it's a little bit more difficult, but essentially you want to hold it right here, like on the lace part, and just dunk it in and out. You always want to be gentle because you're working with lace, so just keep that in mind. And then we are going to dunk it in and we're going to dunk it out, so we will do that next. Okay, kind of gross, but you can see that this water is dirty, so that is all the dirt that came out of this wig right here. So I'm going to go ahead and just rinse this wig with cold water. I use cold water all throughout this process. I'm gonna do one more rinse now that I have put the shampoo, dunked it in the shampoo water. Monty's over here too. Hi, he's helping me. And then we will move on to conditioner. Okay, so conditioner is very similar. I put some conditioner. This is the conditioner that we're using, Nourish by Tiffany. And put some in here, rubbed it around, again, cold water. Another thing I do with conditioner is I put it on the ends. So I have the ends here kind of soaking for 5 or 10 minutes in conditioner, just to condition those ends a little bit more. One thing with conditioner is you do not want to put it on the lace, on the roots, because that can cause it to fall out. So we are going to go ahead and start dunking again into the water. See you soon. Okay, so we're going to do a final just cool water rinse now that the shampoo's done, the conditioner's done. I just like to make sure all of the product is out of it, because product buildup can make your wig feel icky. So doing one more rinse in cold water. Cold water does not strip the color. It just keeps everything nice. So I always use cold water. And this is my final rinse. So just making sure everything is out. And I'll dunk it quite a few times just to make sure that we have all the product out of there that we want. So you can see too kind of how I'm holding it. I have right now like my fist in here. You can also hold it like this, like I was saying before, but sometimes just when I do that final wring out, I'll put my fist there. Squeeze it out. Let's see, I have the bottom like this and sort of like wringing it out into the sink. Wringing it out. And then next up, I'm going to lay it on a towel to try to squeeze out that excess water even more, because I want it to be able to dry easily in a good amount of time. So the more water that you can get out of there with your hands, the better. So I'm going to just go right here. I have a clean towel, and I'm going to lay the wig onto the towel. I am going to go in and use some Detangler, just a little bit. I don't want too much product on my wig. I usually use the Nourish one, but I actually ran out. So I'm gonna use I like to use Unite. I also like this Davines one. These are two good ones too, so I'm going to spray it on here real quick. So here I have the spray. I'm just gonna put it mostly on the ends here. And I can use a mix of both. I really like the way this one smells, so I like to use this one too, even if it's just a little bit, because the smell smells so good. And then I'm going to use this towel to try to like push out as much moisture as I can. I will even roll it up into it, not so much on the lace, but like the ends, to try to get as much moisture out as I can. And then we have me and my girl here. I shouldn't be using this wig head because it is suede and I shouldn't have water on it, but I just wanted to kind of show you guys that this is a good way to have them dry, is on a wig head. I actually have just been letting mine mostly air dry on the towel and then I move it to the wig head, but wanted to show you this is a good way to style it. I let it dry a bit before I go ahead and brush through all of it. Sometimes I'll start brushing through the ends while it's still wet and I hold it here. So kind of like holding any piece that I brush so that it doesn't break, because when hair is wet, it is easier for the hair to break. So you don't want to brush it like too much when it's soaking wet. You should really wait until it's a little bit like damp or a little bit more dry. One thing that I will do that I learned from a tip, and I forget who it was, but while it is this wet, I will go in and use my blow dryer to blow dry the inside of the cap. So I'll take it off of here and I am gonna go and use the blow dryer on a cool setting just to dry the inside of the cap. And now that we have that inside of the cap dry, I am going to use this time to work on the lace front. So you can see here, I got a lot of it off while shampooing. It just kind of came out, but the lace can get darker with makeup. I wear a ton of bronzer, so my lace always can change the color a little bit because I have so much bronzer on. So you can either use our lace cleanser, which feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions on that, or I'm also gonna show you a hack with an unscented baby wipe. So you can really just, and I'm gonna have to put it down to do this, but you can take it and really just like push it against the lace and just very gently kind of go against the edge of that lace, and it will take off any makeup that's there, any residue, so that your lace is looking transparent. So just a really easy hack, unscented baby wipe or our lace cleanser, both work amazing. I actually use both interchangeably. I feel like the lace cleanser is like kind of the deep cleaning version of a baby wipe, so I like to use both of them. Okay, so the inside of the cap is dry now, the lace is cleaned, and I have her back on here. Again, if you have one that is not suede, use that, because this is not great to put something wet on this like suede-ish material. But I'm going to let her air dry, and then I will plan on doing a styling video for you guys, because I know that's another thing that you're interested in. But for now, I hope this helps with the washing process. I am going to put a little bit of oil. I have the Nourished oil here. I'm going to put a little bit of oil in this piece, and then once she's 80% dry, I will run a blow dryer through her, and then I'll add some curls to it. But that is the washing process, and I hope this was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions.